McCook's Mr. Bill. It's an honor to have you here. It's just past Easter, so my potatoes are already in the ground here. I have 19 hills planted. With a little bit of luck at 5 pounds a hill, that should give me about 95 pounds of potatoes in my yard this year. And that's a nice round figure to start with. But when you start planting potatoes, this is how you start. You start with a seed potato. Now don't make the mistake of going to Walmart or some of the other places and buying a sack of seed potatoes. They'll want most a $5 bill for a sack of seed potatoes. You can go to your nurseries. We have D&S here in McCook, Nebraska, thank God, and they have them for about 50 cents a pound. So you pick the potatoes with a whole bunch of eyes on them. You want as many eyes as possible. There are, in fact, on this one, there are 10 eyes. Now, why is that important? Well, in and on the internet, I see that people will take the whole potato and stick it in the ground. I just shake my head and think to myself, what are you doing? What are you doing? I cut out each eye, and they say, well, you want to let them dry out so they don't rot. Well, maybe in a wet climate, but out here in dry southwest Nebraska, we cut them and we stick them in the ground immediately. And that's how we do it. And we have never had trouble with rot out here in southwest Nebraska with potatoes. And 10 eyes from a single potato, that's 50 pounds of potatoes instead of sticking this whole thing in the ground and getting 5 pounds of potatoes. If you're going to work, at least make it extremely profitable for yourself to do, or to save money, however you do it. And it'll be a safer, healthier product for you to do and keep you free. Gardens keep you free and gives you that little bit of freedom that we so need in America these days. Now, so what you do, you can just simply cut these like so. Make a nice little cut there, and you pull it off. I make V cuts if at all possible, and this goes up. When you're putting it into the ground, you just take and you press that in there like that. You cover it up with just a little bit of dirt. You put it in the bottom, about 3 inches, and then you put that in there. And as it grows up, you keep putting dirt in there until it comes clear to the top, and then you'll have a nice bushy plant, and it'll be well rooted, and there'll be potatoes from top to bottom. From top to bottom there'll be potatoes. So if you want to grow in a pot, a container if you will, these I found thrown away. I said they were thrown away in the trash dumpster. And so I got them, drilled a couple of holes in the bottom for good drainage, and they are a blessing. They will last many years, and it'll give me potatoes. And unlike the others that I have to dig out, this all I do is dump it out, pick out the potatoes, put the dirt back in there, cover it for the winter, and fertilize a little bit next year, and it's ready to go again and again and again. You can have potatoes growing, and that just gives you that little bit more security. Potatoes is a poor man's crop, and it is also a bug repellent against many different bugs. Now you might want to use some bug repellents to speak of when you're fighting bugs in a potato crop. Now the best thing is to simply walk around your plants every other day, every third day, and just simply watching for the beetles or the different bugs that might do some damage to your plants. If you see them, you can easily pick off them if there's just a few, but once you see just the first one or the first couple, you want to start considering using some kind of repellent. I use gourd leaf tea. I spray that on the plants. It doesn't kill the bugs, but it says that plant is a gourd, and they'll leave it alone because nothing eats a gourd leaf in the bug world. All kinds of things, and hedge apples has been found to do pretty good on that too. There's different things that you should be doing testing on, because the sooner we get rid of the need for pesticide, the safer this world will be. This is McCook's Mr. Bill saying, I hope this spring you try to plant some potatoes and do a little bit of gardening with your family. And I hope you gain a lot more than just a little bit more food, okay? God bless all of you.